So I do certainly feel that it's something for everyone. Sorry about that interruption there. Nothing to worry about. So he's an incredible bloke. I love his videos. He's very, very interesting. And he's what got me into pipe smoking and reading, talking, and his works, of course. His works. And where the name comes from is in the book, The Hobbit, or Lord of the Ring, I suppose. They smoke pipes, and the stuff they smoke in their pipes is called pipe weed. It's very interesting, and well, I thought to myself, what should I name this channel? And yeah, pipe weeb came to mind. If you don't know, the terminology for weeb is obviously weeb is a term used for people who are interested in anime, weeb specifically, and I thought that's a great combination of the two words, is pipe and weeb, very reminiscent of the pipe weeb, or pipe weed, I should say, or from Tolkien's work. I thought that was a great homage to what originally got me into pipe smoking, and one of the people that I very much look up to on YouTube here. And I just thought that made sense and fit the channel quite well. So with that in mind, I think we should do a little bit of the weeb side of the pipe weeb channel today, with one of the books that with the mangas I'm currently reading, that I am very excited to show you. I started reading it yesterday when I was outside of a cafe. Very nice, actually. I've watched the show, the anime of this series, and I love it. It's very good. I'm sure many of you know this one. It is Horimiya. I think that's how you say it. And I've just started reading this, and not very far in. Now, I'm very much a manga person, or manga, I suppose, that's how you'd say it. And I enjoy that sort of side of things, the whole manga. And I've got quite a collection of manga that I've had that I've built up over the years, and I love it. I love reading. I love the whole experience of it. Of the whole experience and enjoyment that you get from it. Like, I first picked up it probably 2 or 3 years ago, I guess, just with like 1 or 2 manga that I thought looked interesting, and since then I've been collecting them non-stop. Just on the off occasion I'll pick up one that interests me, or if I find one in the series that I'm looking for, I'll pick that up, or online I'll find one that I quite enjoy and get that as well. And well, I really like it. I find that it's very relaxing, but a problem that I have is I struggle to read them out in public very much, because I get quite self-conscious. Because you know, I think, what will these people think? What are these people thinking about what I'm reading? Are they judging me? That kind of thing. Which obviously is a bit silly, because I highly doubt anyone is looking at me and thinking, you know, oh, this and that. But it's there certainly in the back of the mind, and it does bother me. I used to read quite a lot before I started driving, because I used to take public transport, obviously. I used to read on the bus, on the train, and I really did enjoy that time that I spent just alone, enjoying a good book, and it's just very, very enjoyable to me. Obviously, what I'm interested in is quite different, so I expect my fan base to be quite split, because pipe and pipe smoking is considered a formal, refined art, and that is very much true. You expect a beautiful library with these old stunning books, and obviously that does occur quite a lot. And I enjoy manga and anime, are much more youthful and obscure. Not quite as obscure as it used to be, but quite obscure. Quite obscure, especially the types of manga that I do pick up sometimes. Obviously, the one I've just shown you is a bit more of a mainstream, popular series that you'd expect to see anywhere. Whereas I have another one just over here that's been sitting in my car for a little while now. I've been meaning to read it. It's this series right here. I can't remember the name. What is the name? Smoking Behind the Supermarket with You. I'm not 100% sure exactly what it is. I'd assume some sort of workplace romance would be my assumption, but I look forward to reading that, and I hope you will join me on that journey. See, I'm not quite sure how to exactly address the books that I read, or where to go with that sort of media. If I should talk about the books that I'm reading, I certainly love to take some suggestions of manga and other books that anyone's reading that we can talk about, and I'd very much like to do that. But I just wanted to introduce this other side of the channel, where we can talk more about, say, the weeb side, or the manga side specifically, which is what we'll be talking about. We'll start off with this lovely Horimiya issue that I picked up today, or yesterday in fact. Obviously it's just started with this lovely with the introduction. Obviously spoilers for Horimiya Head if you aren't interested in that. I'll read a little bit from the front of the book for you guys to enjoy. So here, let's start off with the opening page, just to set the mood for everyone. I shall show you the first panel here. Here we are. Let me read this to you. So it opens with just a generic scene of, you know, morning Ori, morning Yuki, setting the tone for it, and you get a good introduction to the characters. We've got English first period today, right? Let me copy your homework, please. You forgot to translate it at home again. I swear, what would you ever do without me here? Pass the book. Thank you, I owe you one. By the way, a friend from another school asked me for your email and info. What should I do? And then we move on to the next page. I won't read the whole thing, obviously. That would be silly. Here we've got the next page. Yeah. But I introduce the other main character, love interest, if you will, Miyamura. He's inserted here, picking up Hori's. I'm terribly sorry about her name, but it eludes me how to say it properly. Where he picks up her eraser and gives it back to her, and then this starts a chat about this guy that no one knows about. He's almost aloof. So he says, well, this is still the girls chatting. He didn't ask me out himself, so no, turn him down. K. Huh? Again? Hori-san, you dropped your eraser. This is Miyamura speaking to her. Oh, thanks. And she takes it back and he walks off. And they start to chat about, they sort of theorize that maybe he's an otaku, which I'm sure, if you don't know, it's people who enjoy figures and are more into the media side of anime. And Hori's like, no. And of course, then again, we see this. We see this other side of Hyoko. I'm fairly certain that's what they called her in the show. So I shall call her that from now on. Where she's not what people would think. Her other side, where she's housebody. She's doing work around the house, looking after her younger brother because her parents work quite a lot, and people assume and think, this girl who does really well in school and is quite popular, she wouldn't do that. She'd be at home having fun with friends or partying or all that sort of like. And you see her in casual wear, cleaning up the house and picking up her little brother from school. And I'll just excerpt this because there's quite a lot of text here. And then we move to the next page where we see Sota, Hoko's younger brother, come through the door, and he's hurt. Obviously, Hoko's quite worried about this and goes to check on him. And this is where we meet Miyamura for a second time, and we see him outside of school very differently, much the same as Hyoko. As we can see here, this right here is our man, and he's dressed very differently and acts quite differently than he does at school. At first, Hyoko doesn't even recognize him, and that they have this lovely chat, and this is them meeting again, and this is where the initial relationship kicks off. And that's where I'll leave the reading for today. If you enjoy that sort of this sort of format of video, please do let me know. We prefer some other sort of way that I read, or that I do this sort of content. I'd appreciate that very much. But thank you all very much for joining me today. This video will probably be split up into 2 parts because I had to cut halfway through, and I don't really understand this whole video thing. So this will be the second part, I imagine. Like I say, thank you all very much for joining me today. I really appreciate you for spending the time with me here, and I hope you stick around for the next one, because we'll be doing maybe some more Horimiya, or we'll start a new series maybe. Talk about that. World is our oyster here today, and I hope we can experience it together. Thank you very much for today, and happy smoking and happy reading. See ya.